Hi there, Jonathan, back with you once again. Now we're Tuesday, 17th of Feb. I'm back in the UK, so we're going to be fully into it. In this video, I'm going to talk about a couple of things. One is what is the effect actually of adding bonuses to your front end offer. So there's a split test I've been running with the results from you, and also is basically how I've made $5,000 really in the last 18 days by doing absolutely nothing, spending zero time on my funnel. Okay, so let's get started just by looking at the idea of bonuses. So I previously ran a split test where I was testing two different price points on an offer, and looking to see if I could use a second bonus to actually help sell a product at a higher price. Now, the results of that one, if you've seen the previous video, was that whilst obviously it did result in, although we made less sales in the higher price, the overall revenue it generated was the same. However, the fact is, as I say, because we made less sales, we've got less customers actually seeing the upsell offers, and that's obviously where potentially we're going to sell a higher price thing. In my case, it's like a $97 upsell. So testing two different price points at $27 versus $34, adding an extra bonus, did it really add up? Well, I think the end result is basically no, because it's all about trying to get as many people as possible to not only make the upfront sell, but also to see your upsells. So then I moved on from there and went, okay, well, if I put the product at the same price, but put two bonuses in versus one, does that increase the conversion? So what is the actual impact of adding a second bonus? So actually, the results on that were pretty good. Now, this is a test that's only been running, as you can see, for 7 days. But in that time, I've had 2,700 people approximately hit two versions. So this is my control, and this is my split test. So the initial opt-in, or the initial start of the order, was very similar amounts, but the people who went on to convert was significantly different. So from 58 customers with the single bonus to 75 customers with the double bonus. And so we went from a conversion rate of 2% to 3%, which actually in real terms is like a 50% uplift, and that carried through to the earnings per click. So 47 cents with the single bonus versus 63 cents with adding that second bonus. So it's not, but it's not just about any old bonus. It's about making sure that bonus is relevant and interesting to it. And so that's something you need to test to actually work out what works best. But the upshot is, so far, this test is showing that actually adding that second bonus that's a congruent one and is a good one, and actually it's a bonus that I do sell on my actual course, on my actual website, so people can see that is a real world value of that, is so far making a real difference. Now, I'm going to obviously keep this test running a bit longer. I like to try and get to about 100 sales per split test to actually really feel like I've got enough numbers. So I reckon really over the course of maybe the next 4 or 5 days, we'll have the final picture on that, and then I'll be able to call it. And I'm only a day back, as I say, from almost a 3-week trip around South Africa, but actually I've got loads of new ideas for running some split tests that I'll be coming back to you with. So the second thing was looking at what's happened while I've basically been away. So while I've been away traveling, I've just from time to time checked in the numbers. I've not really done anything on the funnel. I may have spent literally in total maybe an hour or 2 hours over the last 18 days. The rest of the time it's just completely run. So yes, this was my first opportunity to have a look at what's happened during that time. So here's the summary. Basically, it was just short of $16,000 in sales, an ad spend equivalent of $10,600, giving me a profit of $5,180 over those 18 days. So on one side of it, yeah, it's it's good to have made that sort of money. But in my bigger scheme of things, in my journey to 240k, I need that to be, I need it to be more basically, to keep me on track, so that I've got 240k in sales and 120k in profit is my target over the course of the 12 months. So yeah, we still need to see this in a bigger context, because this is just an 18-day period. So what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, hopefully, is give you the update of the picture as things looked at the end of January. End of January was month 5 in this journey. So again, I'll be looking at tracking how am I doing on my sales and profits, and a summary on some of the split tests I've ran during January. And then obviously as we get close towards the end of February, end of Feb marks the 6-month point. That's halfway through the journey. So that's when the pressure will really be on to see if absolutely we're on target. My thought is probably I'm not quite there yet. So there's plenty more to do, but some more testing to be done, which I'm really looking forward to. Now I'm back in the UK, got my sort of solid base, and so yeah, I think the rest of this month we're going to be doing some serious testing and try and drive those numbers up and drive improvements. But overall, happy that the ads have remained stable, and actually if we just look at you can see here, and I've talked about this before, this is just looking at yesterday, we've got that little graph symbol in the ads account. That's their indication that I can sort of scale it. As you can see, they're suggesting I put a budget of, I don't know, £670 a day. Well, I'm not going to really rush to do that, but you can see, let me see if I can get that to come up again, budget forecasts. You can see what it's talking about here is, let me move myself out of the way. Facebook are telling me that if I spend up to £670 a day, I can increase my results by 50%. But obviously my cost per result is going to be going up. Now, that's good, but I really need to increase my front-end profits to make sure that that is affordable. But I really should be starting to scale it a little bit now. But obviously this week we're going to look at the ad side, what's been happening over the last 3 weeks, check on frequency of ads, see what we need to do. So really coming up with a plan. Now I've had 3 weeks away, it's time to knuckle down and get things sorted. Okay, so that's what we're doing today. Just looking at the numbers, yesterday was 781, and we actually yesterday made a profit of $263. So yeah, I mean, we're looking still to try and get closer to $400 a day in profit. Ideally $500 is absolutely my target, but I think we've been struggling a bit recently in there, and as you can see, the numbers have been bubbling around there. That was probably close to a break even, or maybe in a slight sort of loss. So we need it more up around the $1,000 mark to be fully on track. But anyway, I'll be coming back to you again tomorrow. We'll be back to the daily videos, and yeah, getting on with things and seeing how we can drive things forward, and hopefully be able to share some stuff with you that'll be useful in your funnel. As usual, like, comment, share, send me a message, join my Facebook group, and we'll keep things moving forwards. All right, that's all for today, and I'll check in with you again tomorrow. Bye for now.